What is up, you guys? My name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at my 2010 F-150. It currently has just under 370,000 miles. We're going to be doing a longevity report, and I'm going to let you guys know what lasted, what didn't, everything that's good and bad and wrong with the vehicle. I like watching these on YouTube, so I figured some people might be able to get some value out of it. So with that being said, we're first going to take a look at the outside. Then we're going to hop in it. I'm going to show you guys what the inside is looking like, a few problems that we've had, and then I'm going to take it to my mechanic and show you guys underneath the vehicle, everything that we fixed in the past 2 years or so. He's going to give me a health report, basically letting me know everything that's wrong with it and the potential things that could be wrong with it in the future after 370,000 miles. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. So my uncle purchased this in 2011. He drove it for about 5 years. He put 300,000 miles on it as he travels a lot for work. We then purchased the vehicle from him, and over the course of about 3 years, we put the additional 68,000 miles on. All in all, we have not had any problems. I want to start off by saying that this has the original engine in it as well as the original transmission. Knock on wood, of course. I've not had to have any repairs on either one. Since I've had it, it's only left me on the road one time, and that was when my alternator went bad, and that was my fault because the battery light was on. I just did not know that it was an alternator issue. So let's take a look at the outside of the truck. Just a few cosmetic things that have happened to it. This is mostly our fault. I do want to add that this has been an awesome work truck for us. I've done so much work in this truck, both landscaping, pressure washing, and all the above. We smashed that light. I made a video where we tore apart an old swing set that I had. Loading the swing set in here, we smashed the third brake light, so that will also need to be replaced. Of course, there's scratches and dings on it. It was a work truck. I also want to add the tailgate handle does not work properly. You have to literally pull it from the left-hand side to get it to unlatch, because if you pull it from the right or in the middle, it will not unlatch. For whatever reason, it must have some connectivity issues on the inside of here, but it has to be pulled specifically from the left-hand side. A little bit of a pain, but nonetheless, it still works. Like I said, this piece has come off. We did knock the antenna off. I don't remember specifically how we did that, but as you can see, all in all, the truck is in good shape still. It is a 2010, of course, so it is still relatively new. So yeah, that's everything on the outside. Like I said, it's only left me on the road one time, and that was because of an alternator issue. So now let's hop on the inside, and I'll show you guys a few other additional things. So now that we're inside, we haven't had a ton of issues on the inside of the truck. However, there are a few things that have gone wrong. First and foremost, I'll go ahead and show you guys the mileage on the vehicle, 367,217.7 miles on this one. Also, the tire pressure sensor light is on. I got a quote to change out the tire pressure sensors, and it was just way too much money to be worth it. So we did not change out the tire pressure sensors, so the light has remained on. The second issue that I had was whenever I bought this truck, the mechanism that holds the key would not allow it to eject unless you put pressure on one side of the key. I'm not sure if that's something that my uncle did or if that was a Ford issue. However, I did it so many times that I ultimately pulled out the entire mechanism. I had to get the whole thing replaced. Now it works perfectly fine. However, that was just one issue I thought that I would note in this video. For some reason, one day the rearview mirror popped off and we could not get it to go back on. Once we did get it back on, we replugged it in. The rear view camera no longer works. It used to have a working rear view camera, and I'll go ahead and throw it in reverse so you guys can see. Reverse, no rear view camera. It's not a big deal. It's one of the things that, you know, it's a perk of the truck, and it no longer works. As you can see, I probably need to get a new windshield as that's a little messed up. Let's go ahead and head to the back seat, and I'll show you guys a couple of other things. This truck does have a brand new back glass. If you guys missed it, I did make a video on it. Me and my dad were putting a table into the back of the truck. We ended up shattering this back glass. So we were putting this big table in. We pushed it all the way to the back, and it went through the back window. This is new. It is aftermarket. I believe it cost us about $350 to replace. This is the other big issue that I wanted to go ahead and show you guys. There must be some type of leak on the roof, because every time it rains or every time I go through the car wash, water basically gets into the interior of the truck. As you guys can see, it's stained with water damage. Not sure what the issue is on that. Maybe there's a recall. I'm not sure. If your truck has this, let me know down in the comment section below. This is one of the biggest issues inside of the vehicle. So basically, that is pretty much everything. Everything else in here is pretty much perfect. Besides the basic wear and tear on the vehicle, you know, the cooling and heating seats still work. The radio still works fine. My AC does not work. However, I will let you guys know that it's went out multiple times. When we go to the mechanic, I'll have him break down exactly what the issue is with that. But besides that, that is pretty much all of the problems with the inside. With regards to the way that the F-150 drives, still drives, handles perfect. Like I said, no transmission, no engine problems. Obviously, knock on wood. I haven't had any work done to either of them besides just regular maintenance. The truck accelerates well, it handles well, pretty much everything that you would expect. It is a 2010, not that old. However, just wanted to go ahead and explain for you guys. Obviously, the mileage is pretty high, so nothing has changed as far as I can see. Still drives, handles very well. So let's go ahead and head over to the mechanic. He's gonna take a look under the hood and under the vehicle, show us around, and let us know what is wrong with it.
So last August, had this vehicle in here. It's a 2010 F-150. Did both front hubs, both inner tie rods, had an alignment done, also replaced the AC compressor, and new belt, charged the AC system. Today it's back in, and we had some AC issues. We have a leak. Looks like it might be the evaporator core, and also found some irregularities in the temperature on the condenser, which means you're gonna need to replace the condenser also. While we put it on the rack, the hubs look good. We do have some slack in the steering rack. Gonna need a steering rack replaced on it. Also found a few new oil leaks. We definitely have an oil pan gasket that's leaking. See this a lot on the 5.4s. Replace these pretty regularly. Anytime usually they're 160,000 miles or higher. Going a little further back, we've got some leaks here at the back of the transmission. Looks like the pan gasket. If you come back here, we also have some seepage or leaking at the rear transmission output seal. Everything else looks pretty good. All the suspension's original. We have no differential leaks back here at all. The pinion seal's dry. Nothing from the differential gasket. Shocks are original. The brakes, checked all that out. All of them look good. But we have a truck that's 10 years old, went almost 370,000 miles. And at this point, I have to tell the customer they need about $2,500 worth of repairs to a truck because of the mileage. Probably only worth $5,000 to $6,000 retail. So what do you do? But it has been a great truck for them. I see a lot of F-150s with this 5.4 engine. They're good motors, as long as you don't have time and chain issues, which this one never has. That usually comes because of people not changing the oil at the proper intervals. The oil leaks have nothing to do with that. And you can really see them here from this angle. We've got it all here at the back, oil pan, the bell housing. We may even possibly have a rear main oil seal leaking on the back of the motor. If so, the transmission has to completely come out to replace that seal. So this can become a very expensive repair on a truck that's just doesn't have the book value to warrant putting this much money into it. It is very rare that I see an F-150 with this kind of mileage on it. So they've done very good with it. The check engine light was on. We pulled the codes. We had multiple codes for oxygen sensors, catalytic converters. So now you're talking about catalytic converters in this truck. That can be a $2,000 repair all by itself, not including the AC repairs, the oil leaks, the steering rack. These are just the quick things that we saw right there. It's not feasible to put that much money into it because we're not going to get it out.
Obviously, there are a few things that we need to get fixed on the F-150. The money that I would put into it kind of outweighs the money that I can get out of it. But at this point, I'm probably not going to sell this. I'm honestly going to look for something in the near future to replace it and then drive this one a lot less. I do put a good amount of miles on this truck for work and the jobs that I do. So like I said, I'll find something new, replace this one, and we'll just kind of drive this one more casually than what I've been driving it. If you guys have any suggestions of something that you think I should get, leave it down in the comment section. Now, would I recommend someone go out and buy a 2010 F-150? Absolutely. If your experience is anything like mine, it's been reliable, dependable. It's been a great truck, especially for the amount of mileage that we have put on it. We've had to put minimal amount of money into it. As Jimmy said, we did do some things last year. The AC has gone out on me a couple times. There's a couple nitpicky things on the inside and the outside, but all in all, it is a great truck. Say what you will about Ford, but I think they made a good one, at least with this one. Like I said, leave your opinions down in the comment section. That's partially why I wanted to make this, because I know that there's some conflicting opinions with regard to different make and models of trucks. So anyway, let me know down below what you guys think. If you have an F-150 and you've experienced any of the same problems as me, let me know that as well. If you guys enjoyed the video, definitely leave a like on it. Consider subscribing to the channel if you enjoyed the content. My name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed, and until next time, hustle hard and get that money, baby. Peace.
Smashing through hip-hop mentality, I stashed the look. Streets your reality.